First off, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to those elders and apostles out there from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways preaching this truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that you guys may be sealed soon. And with that, this is your brother Dawaba from the branch of TMS here in Chicago, coming right back at you with a little lesson. And let me just read the scripture real quick. So it's Revelation chapter 1 and verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. And when you look up that word readeth, as you see, it says anagnasco, and anaginasco, and it means to know again. If you look up the Bible usage, it means to distinguish between, to recognize, to know accurately, to acknowledge, to read. But here it is, that word read is to know, and to know accurately. So we know this truth. It says, blessed is he that readeth, blessed is he that know this truth, but it also goes into reading, But the reason I sit up here and get this is because I was listening to the beloved apostle Tahar video. It had to be about 4 or 5 days ago. And what ended up happening is he was looking at a video from the elder brother Manat Zakbar in South Carolina. And this guy walked up to him and said a word. And I've never heard this word in all my years of living. I'll be honest. And I haven't heard this word except this particular one time this once. And this was 4 or 5 days ago I've ever heard anybody use this word, and I had to look it up because I didn't know what it meant. But the guy was just being a scoffer, being a knucklehead, but he used the word Septuagint, and I don't know what Septuagint means, and I'm not sure, since the apostle was doing a lesson on that particular video, I didn't get a chance to sit up here and hear what that word meant. But so I went and looked it up myself. And, just for brothers who haven't ever came across that word, I'm just going to bring it out real quick. Septuagint. If you look up the word, it says Septuagint, sometimes referred to as the Greek Old Testament or the translation of the 70. So here it is. That word Septuagint means is referred to as the Greek Old Testament or translation of the 70. And if you look at that word sept means 7. Like September is the 7th month. But I'll just read this part. But this is just a point I'm trying to make. This is not the point of the lesson, but this is the point I'm trying to make. So I'm just going to go. Sometimes referred to as the Greek Old Testament or the translation of the 70. I'm going to skip down a little bit. It says the full Greek title derives from the story recorded in the letter of Arius to Philocrates that the laws of the Jews were translated into the Greek language at the request of Ptolemy II Philadelphus by 72 Hebrew translators, 6 from each of the 12 tribes of Israel. So here it is, Ptolemy II had 6 Israelites from each tribe translate the Bible from the Hebrew to the Greek. So that's where you get the word from, but this was the first time I ever heard of it. I've never heard this word in my life until about 4 or 5 days ago. And since I didn't know what it was, I had looked it up. And so now, just for you brothers who might not have known yourself, this is it. But to get back to the other point that I was making, and then let me go back to the Revelations chapter 1. Like I said before, blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. So, blessed are those that know this truth, and hear these words, man, because this is our salvation, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. So blessed are those that know, because you know what? To sit up here and read, to get this knowledge and truth. And then, you got brothers throughout the years, man. Hey, to be quite honest, the brothers that's coming in now, including myself, man, we really got it easy because we don't have to go and do so much. The internet has everything out there laid out for you. And the beginning with Apostle Tahar on down, they done already broke down things and made it so easy for us to learn. You know, but sometimes you come across some things that I've just never heard, and that was one of them. The other thing is that I want to sit up here and get was this another thing that we got to do all the time. And this is the other thing I want to sit up here. What is that? Second, I want to say it's Second Timothy. I think it's Second Timothy chapter 1. It might be 2 Timothy 2. Salakia, brothers. It could be 2 Timothy 2. Here it is. 2 Timothy 2 and 15. Study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh, a workman that needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. So my thing is, we got to study to show ourselves approved, man. You know, I didn't know what that word meant. You know, so, and here's the thing, man, when you out there on the highways and byways, man, some people could come by and say anything to you, man, and hit you with some stuff that you don't know, and all of a sudden, bam, now you find yourself stuck. But the beauty about that is we also got other brothers out there with us, man. That's the beauty, man. That's why you know, hey, some brothers are put in a position where they are going to be alone, you know. You know, the elder brother, Manat Zakba out there in South Carolina, looked like he was alone for a while, but now you got another brother with him. You know, but some brothers are put in a position where they are alone. Even the brother Amawan Abad, you know, I think he was out there by himself for a while too, and he got somebody with him. But it's beautiful, man, when you have somebody else with you, man. Because where one fall, the other one can lift up, man. You know, and where one does know, the other brothers know. You know, and that's the beauty about it, man. So, hey, and that's a true blessing in itself, man, having brothers with you, man, that know, you know. But the whole point of the matter is study to show thyself approved, man. Sometimes you got to look up stuff yourself. I didn't know what that word Septuagint meant, you know. And if they said it in that video, you know, no telling when they said it. I didn't watch the whole video. I watched part of it, you know, and I sit up here and heard that word, and I'm like, man, what the hell is that word, man? I never heard of it before. And to look it up, here it is, the translation of the 70, and here it is, you find out Ptolemy II, you know, Philadelphia, you know, forgive me if I can't remember that other part of his name, you know, end up getting 6 Israelites from each tribe to translate the Bible from the Hebrew to the Greek, you know. But that's something beautiful to know, man, because that's just something that's in your mind, just in case it ever pops up again. But study to show thyself approved, man. We got to make sure we're studying and doing the things that we need to do, man, because you never know, man, when somebody might come up with something. I'm not going to ramble on, so I'm going to get one more scripture, and here it is. This is 1 Peter chapter 3. You know, this is just something to look through the spirit, man, that's all. But sanctify the Lord in your hearts, and be ready always to give an answer to every man that asketh you a reason of hope that is in you with meekness and fear. So my thing is, man, hey, man, make sure we got this truth, man, solely and believing hard in this truth, steadfast in this truth, man, and always be ready to give an answer, man. But that's the beauty also of having other men in the camp with you. That's the beauty of having other people, other brothers around you in the camp. You know, some things you might not know, you know. We try to make sure that we know a little bit of everything, but some things brothers know better than others, like history and certain things. Some brothers know better than others. Herbs, the language, you know, speaking in the Lashawan Kodash, you know. Some people know things a little bit better than others, man. You know, it's good to know some of bits and pieces of everything. That's why it's a good idea sometimes just to study certain things, man. You know, we in the time of prophecies, man, but every now and then people are going to pop up with other stuff. So it's best just to have a little bit of knowledge in everything. And like I said before, me just looking at that word and not knowing it, sometimes you got to take the time out for yourself to look up stuff and be ready to give a brother an answer, or anybody for that matter an answer. But with that was it, man. I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakwadash, double unders to those elders and apostles out there from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways preaching this truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that you guys may be sealed soon. And with that, I always say stay prayed up, brothers. Pray for each other because we're almost up out of here. So with that, I'd like to say Kwam Yasharella and Abba Babal and Anya Habatham Akim. Shalom.